Thompson Hall, where the industrial distribution labs are housed, was perhaps one of the best buys on campus and was built for about $3 a square foot in 1922. In 1980, the shops were renovated and named for J.R. Thompson, the president of Warren Electric in Houston, who was instrumental in the establishment of Texas A&M's industrial distribution program. In 2006, donors saw potential once again for the lab space, and construction began for a new state-of-the-art fluid power lab, creating one of the premier lab spaces on campus.
For years, as we came to Texas A&M and recruited, it was always interesting that the fluid power lab, which we had a particular interest in, was deep in the dark recesses of what we called the dungeon. And then several years ago, the department heads came to us with the interest in upgrading that lab and doing something special with it.
We recognized that the contribution in order to make a lab like this to happen would have to come from two sources.
We were fortunate in that I had the relationships both with the industry, with manufacturers, and also with a potential donor.
We had manufacturers and distributors working together to provide a product to contribute both monetarily and also equipment and knowledge base into the lab.
I was pleased to be able to champion the Fluid Power Lab and to be able to take the idea to Bosch Rexroth, one of our suppliers, and to Bob Womack, who was the founder of our company.
And that particular contribution came in total, both monetary and equipment, to $1.6 million.
If you don't know how a university works, when we give hardware and when we give just cash, that's a tactical move. It happens now, but next year someone has to do it all over again, unless there's an endowment. And an endowment is a gift that goes in, and then it's like putting money in the bank and only drawing the interest off of it.
In this model that we have done to develop this lab, funds will not be exhausted. The endowment is here forever. That endowment will give perpetually to the operations and for the continuing development of this program and this laboratory.
We guaranteed that the Fluid Power Lab is going to operate for years and years and years.
And the value that the lab has for students' education and their springboard into industry is paramount.
I think the labs that we have here definitely set industrial distribution students apart. You go to other colleges and they're not as technical, and that's what makes ID special.
We have lecture and we have labs that actually enhance the science by hands-on education.
I believe the hands-on experience is primarily what set me apart in my internship. They said, oh, you know how this works and you've seen it in application.
We learned long ago that any effort we put into the university through the ID department comes back to us in qualified and trained and knowledgeable kiddos. We even have a program where graduating seniors come in and they spend a day in our company and they talk to our people about specific needs that we have. And then they go back and they spend the semester developing solutions for how to solve the problems that we've given them for our company. Not only do we get the exposure to all those kiddos, but you know what? Every semester we get one or two good ideas out of these folks that help us to improve our business. We get the opportunity beyond all that to give back. I'm a firm believer that we spend part of our lives learning and gathering and gaining, but there's another part of our lives where we give back. And there's nothing to be more proud of than to help kids.
Following significant contributions to the newly remodeled Fluid Power Lab, it quickly became one of the leading hands-on teaching laboratories at Texas A&M University. And with over 45,000 square feet of work area in Thompson Hall, there's plenty of opportunity for others to give back, leave their mark on the campus, and continue a tradition of excellence within the industrial distribution program here at Texas A&M.